Hi, my name is Tess. Welcome to class. Today we have a 40-minute full body mat Pilates workout. For today's workout, you'll need 1 kilo weight. Let's get started. So I'm going to get us lying down onto our back. Come down onto your back, bend up your knees, soles of the feet to the floor. Arms by your side, palms facing down. We're just getting comfortable and settled into our bodies for the next workout we have here together. So taking a deep breath in through the nose and a full exhale out the mouth. One more inhale and let it go, exhale. You'll crack the eyes open and we'll start with our breath once again. So inhale here, and then as you exhale, can you imprint your spine onto the mat and feel the tailbone tuck under slightly? We're being a bit curious here, so I want you to inhale, release. You feel that pocket of air appear, the belly is puffed up to the sky, and then as you exhale, imprint your spine back onto the mat. So we take a few like that. We're just starting to become curious about this pelvic tilt. So the tail's tucking under as you exhale and releasing as you inhale. A few on your own. And then the next time, can you exhale, tuck the tail under, press into your feet, and then slowly roll your hips up off the floor. Inhale, slowly lower all the way down, lowering your upper back, middle back, lower back, and then untuck, pocket of air appears. Exhale, tucking the tail under and rolling up sequentially. We're going to take a few more like that. Again, get in touch with this articulation of the spine and the hips and how good it feels on your body to move in this fluid way. Just one more after this. Moving with intention and precision. We're going to lift our hips up off the floor, hold. A little different now. I want you to bring your rib points to your hip points, seal off that place, lower the hips down, and then press into your heels, squeeze the glutes. So we're lowering and lifting. We're moving to more of a glute bridge here, so I really want you guys to drive down through the heels, squeeze your bum as you lift up, and we're starting to get this warmth through the back of the legs, hamstring and glutes. We'll go for 3 more. It's only the warm-up. Last 2, and then little pulses to finish. Drive through the heels. You're pulsing up at that top end. We'll go for 8 more. Taking it easy, it's only the warm-up. Last 3, 2, and 1, release. Now bring your arms slightly wider, palms facing down. You're going to point your right toes up to the sky. Inhale here, and as you exhale, slowly lower the foot down. Inhale, lift back up. Now keep moving like that. I want you again to bring your attention to your ribs and your hips. I want you to keep that area small. It doesn't expand as you lower your leg. Everything is tight and supported. Next time you lower that foot down, you're going to circle it out wide and then back up to the top. So leg circles here. Very classic exercise. As you're doing this, guys, again, we're keeping our rib points and our hip points close together. And I want you to now find length through that right toe. That's it, right leg, pointing long. Let's go for 1 more, 2 more. And then you're going to extend the right leg long, pause, hug your left knee into your chest and crunch up. Bring that knee into your forehead and alternate. Now as you're alternating, guys, keep going. I want you to really drive that thigh in towards your chest. So active, you're pulling down. You're extending the extended leg long. You can nearly touch the wall in front of you. We'll go for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug both knees into your chest and take a deep breath in. Stay for the exhale, feet to the floor. Let's go to the other side. So set yourself up, arms wide, palms facing down, left toes pointing to the sky. Inhale here, exhale, lower. Remember here, guys, I want you to find some fluidity in the movement. So there's a constant pace, and one part of the movement moves into the next. Again, we're bringing our attention to our belly. Don't let it flare to the ceiling. Keep it nice and tight. And then the next time you lower, we're going to take it out wide to our circle. That's it, all the way. Making a big circle here. You're feeling that mobilize and move through the hip. And remember, as we're doing it, we're keeping our belly nice and engaged. We feel supported. We're going to go for 3 more. Make sure that right leg hasn't gone to sleep. Keep it strong. Last one. Now extend the leg forwards and hold. You're going to bring right knee into your chest. Give yourselves a big cuddle here. Drive that knee into your chest and switch. And switch. Now remember, we're trying to touch the wall out in front of us with the extended toe. Level 1, keep the bent leg. Level 2, straight leg press. I want you to really grab that calf and drive that leg into your chest. We're gonna go for 6 more. You've got this. Last 4. Stay with me here. Stay crunched up if you can. Last 2. And 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourselves a big cuddle here. Breath in and breath out. We're gonna grab our shins. If it's a little easier, you can grab your hamstrings, and we're gonna start rock and rolling like a bull. Keep the belly in tight. I want you to roll all the way up the length of your spine. And at the top, can we hover our feet off the floor? Next time, can you pause at that hover? Hold, and then grab your hamstrings, bring your shins parallel to the mat and lift up through the chest. Beautiful straight spine here. Little taps, toe taps. Good, find a bit of pace here. Remember, level 1, you can hold your hamstrings. Level 2, we're gonna release our hands either side of our shins and continue tapping. Let's take 3 breaths here, so nice and smooth. Inhale through the nose, exhale. 2 more, you've got this. Keep tapping, keep that pace. Inhale and exhale. Last one, if you've started to sink into that, I want you to bring the chest up and grab your hamstrings and release, feet to floor. Inhale, little stretch of the belly, enjoy. Exhale, C-shaped spine. Inhale and exhale. So I want you to really feel for pulling that belly button back to your spine when you find that C-shaped position. We're gonna go for 1 more. Hold the C-shape, belly button drawing to spine, and release. Let's grab our weights. Now we're gonna bring our arms forwards like we're hugging a tree. So out wide, like a big circle. We're gonna inhale up, and as you exhale into that C-shaped position. Okay? Inhale up, exhale C-shape. Last one. Now we're going to find that C-shaped position, draw the belly button to your spine, and we're going to keep this position, lift up slightly and lower. We're going to add on. And next time you lower, bring your weights above your head, back out in front of you, and then lift. Go again. Down, lifting, out in front of you, and a slight sit up. Easy. You guys have got this. We're going to take a few here. You know the flow. Remembering that we're maintaining that C-shaped position. And please notice, if your knees and feet are tilting outwards, try to bring them back to center. So try to press down through the balls of your feet as well, and keep your knees parallel. Let's go for 1 more. This time we're gonna hold it, weights above our head. Let's take 2 big breaths here. Holding, inhale. Stay for the exhale. 1 more, I'm feeling it too. Stay for the exhale and release. Whew, that was strong. Fingers behind us, feet flat onto the floor, and we're just gonna lift up our hips just to stretch open our belly. That should feel nice, so don't be too worried about it looking perfect. And hips down. We're not quite finished yet here. We're gonna grab our weights 1 more time. This is our finisher. C-shape your spine, guys, and you have that tree hugging arm grip. And we're just gonna rotate over to our right. So our weights are outside of our right thigh. We're gonna feel for the rib points moving to the hip points, so little pulses here. Let's go for it. Keep going up and up. Keep the pulse happening, guys, and keep that C shape. It's very important to maintain it. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Sit up through center. Have a moment. Let's reset. C shape. And tree hugging arm stance. We're gonna rotate over to the left and tiny little pulses. Think about the ribs moving to that hip point here. Keep going, You don't need to stick with my time, just stick with your own time. If you do less reps, that's fine, just as long as we're maintaining form. We've got 3, 2, and 1, release. Weights out to the side, we're going to use them again in a moment. Crossing the ankles, hands flat to the floor, and let's come back to all fours. We're going to press our bum back to our heels, and I want you guys to look forward so you're in this back arched position. And we're going to go the other way, so tuck the chin, round the spine up to the ceiling, lift the hips, all fours. Press your bum back, look forwards, and round up. We're just resetting in between sides, and I want this movement to feel delicious on your body. Let this feel gorgeous. Don't be too worried about the form. We're just rinsing out through the spine and hips. Now we're coming back to all fours, hands and knees. Good. We're going to go right leg back behind us. Point your toes to the floor. Level 1, stick with just the leg, but if you want a little bit more, we're going to take the opposite arm forwards. Good. Now inhale here. As you exhale, do a tight pair of jeans up so your core is supported. And then we're going to take those limbs out of center and then draw back in through center. Just a few. Lots of core work here. Let's go for a few more here. If you have space, of course, play with it. So if you have all that range and all that space, have fun with it, test it and see if you can take the limbs a little wider. We're going to go for just 4 more. Last 3, 2, keep that belly lifting and hold through center, little pulses up. Let's go. Pulse up through the heel and the knife edge side of your hand or the thumb. We'll go for 4, 3, 2, hold it. Left hand to floor, your right knee into your chest, and I want you to round the spine up. We're going to hold this position. 3 breaths. Now the challenge here, guys, is the contraction through the belly. So I want you to bring that thigh closer to your chest. 1 more breath in. Stay for the exhale. And then we inhale, extend that leg back. Maybe you can go to a teeny tiny back arch. But again, we're treating our spines with respect. And we're only going to the edge that suits us, so where we're going to get the most from it. We'll go for just 1 more here. And then we extend that same right leg back, tuck the toes under, and then you're going to open up right hand to sky into a modified plank. Let's bring that right hand onto our hip, and then we're going to start to work again through the core and now through the outer leg. So right hip draws into the ribs, you're going to float up the right tip toes and tap down. Easy. Nice. And if you're still playing with balance, just go a little slower. Have more time rested at the bottom with the foot on the floor. We're going to go for just a few more here. Let's start to speed it up a little bit. Up and down, up and down. Let's go for 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to hold the leg up. Top hand reaches up and over. Ooh, big stretch to that side body. And then elbow to knee. Can you even tap it? Ooh, extend, inhale. Exhale to contract, elbow to knee. Beautiful, you guys. And as we're doing this, I want you to really think for length. So you're lengthening through those top limbs in opposite directions. We're going to go for the last 2. Woo. Last 1. Last one, contract, and then release. Let's bring that right foot onto the floor. Right hand up, and here's your challenge. Option to stay, or you're going to step the left foot into a side plank. 2 breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. If you want to challenge your balance, look up to your top hand. Last breath in. And hands to floor, child's pose. Knees wide, toes together. Have a little rest in between sides. So forehead resting down, take a few deep breaths here. Bring your nervous system back down to a relaxed state. 1 more breath in, full inhale. Exhale completely. And then back to all fours, hands and knees. Press your bum back to your hips, look forwards to your hands, and then round your spine up, lift the hips, neutral spine. So we're back to that wave, that body wave. We're rinsing out that side, and we're going to move on to the other side. Again, we're letting these moments of free movement feel delicious on the body. So we're not worried about what we look like, we're just feeling good. Good. Coming up to all fours, hands and knees. We go for the left side. So left leg back, point the toes down, and then option to stay, or you're gonna bring that right hand forwards. Now you guys are gonna take a deep inhale through your nose, and then exhale to your tight paired jeans up. You're feeling mildly supported. So right hand forwards, you're gonna take the limbs off center, and then back through center. Keep that pace. Again, guys, if you have more range, play with it. So take it wider. Be curious about that edge. We're still wearing our tight curved jeans, we're still very supported, and that spine is not moving. It's really just the limbs, outwards and inwards. Let's go for 2 more. Last one. Forwards and backwards, and little pulses up. You can point the toes or flex the foot, whatever feels good for you. Keep pulsing. You're feeling it through that left glute and your core. Let's go for 6, 4, 3, 2, hold it. Right hand down, left knee to your chest, right? Now you're really drawing this knee in, 3 breaths. Now hold it, try to touch that thigh to your chest. 1 more inhale here. Stay for the exhale. And then inhale, extend that left leg back, maybe a little back bend, maybe a big one. Exhale, bring it in. Go again, inhale. So you're connecting this movement to your breath. It's meditative. Last one. Now extend your left leg back, tuck the left toes under, and then we're going to open up the opposite way. Left hand to sky. This is a modified side plank. So left hand onto your hip, and we're going to start with our little toe taps. All you're doing is floating the left foot up and down. If you can, keep a consistent pace here. And we're going to go a little bit faster. So we lift and lift, get a little bit more heat through that left glute. Let's go for 6. We're keeping those rib points in. Last 3, 2, and hold it up. Reach your left arm long, guys. I want you to split yourself in opposite directions. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Keep going like that. Try to get that full contraction, you guys. Elbow to knee. You're feeling it through that side waist. Let's go for the last 3. Make sure you have that full extension. And we'll finish that last one. Hold it there. Left foot to floor. Option to stay here if you're a bit tired, or you're going to step that right foot back to a full side plank. To test yourself, look up to your fingers. 2 breaths. Last breath in. Stay for the exhale. Hands to floor, and we're going straight to downward dog, bum to sky. Pedal out their legs. This is kind of your rest here. So pedal out those legs again. Take this opportunity to connect to your breath. So you're going to inhale and a full exhale a few times, just to bring that nervous system back down. Both legs are straight. And then let's walk our feet to the top of our mat. Bend your knees, guys, and have a full forward fold so your belly is touching your thighs. You're going to nod your head yes, shake your head no, let all of that go. And then you're going to press into your feet, slowly rolling up to stand. Oh, a full roll up. Looking up to the sky, broad chest. And let's reverse it, chin tucks. Everything curls forwards. 1 more up. Now we've worked really hard today. We've got a few more little things. Rolling all the way down. Now from here, you're going to grab your weights and roll all the way up. Nice and slow, sequentially, through the spine, up to stand. Perfect. Now we're going to come into a little seat. So bend those knees and hinge forwards from the hips here. We're going to reach our weights towards the floor, but I want you guys to draw the shoulders back, engage the lats. So we're engaged here, we're working. We're going to alternate. Bring your right hand back and then back to its original position. Opposite side. Keep going. Again, we add a little bit of pace here. It's hard work. We're moving slowly, but it's hard work. Keep going. Level 1, keep alternating. Level 2, 2 arms at the same time. Now, as we're doing that, I want you to really squeeze those shoulders together behind your back, like you're trying to pinch a pencil between your shoulder blades. Let's go for the last 4, 3. I'm getting out of breath, it's tough stuff. Last one, up we go, hold, and we take little pulses up. Try to keep your weights above your hips and keep that breath coming. Breathe through it. Let's go for the last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up, give your shoulders a little roll out. Whew. Catch your breath, I need to. We're gonna step our leg back and open up towards the screen. So heels in, toes out. Find a W shape, elbows down, hands out wide, and we're just gonna start with the legs here. So bend your knees, sink through the hips, and standing up. Go again. So we're finding a consistent pace, yet again. I want you guys to think of your knees going down and slightly out, yeah? And it's not a squat. I want you to really focus on sliding your shoulders down a wall behind you. Okay, let's add the arms in. Everything straightens, everything bends. Keep that breath coming. We're starting to feel a full body burn here as well. We're raising our heart rate. So make sure you're connecting to that breath. Let's go for the last 6. That's it, we're going for this full range here, so really reach out wide, broad collarbones. Last 3, last 2, and stay low, just the arms, in and out. Mind you, you can drop these weights at any time. We're sliding in, sliding out. Now make sure that those elbows are coming to the front of your ribs rather than behind. We're nearly there. Let's go for the last 3. Let's pick up the pace and I want you to find a little squeeze, little squeeze, little squeeze. That's it. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, hold. Extend your arms. I'm running out of breath here, and let's go pulsing up. This is it. You guys are doing really well. Broad collarbones, broad chest. We'll go for the last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Straighten the legs. That is it for our weights. Pop your weights away, hands to the floor. And just to decompress from that, let's bend one knee at a time. So we're just kind of swaying side to side. Again, this is one of those movements, guys, where I don't want you to think too much about it. I just want you to feel it, and I want it to feel good for you. You've been working hard. Take a moment here. Now we're going to turn forwards to the front of our mat once again, and then step our front foot back. Knees down, and can we lower all the way onto our tummies? Good. Make sure weights are out of the way, and then fingertips to floor here, tops of the feet onto the ground. We're going to just roll up through the spine. Inhale and exhale. Let's take a few like that. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Exhale, rolling down. Hands underneath your shoulders, and we're going to press back to all fours, quadruped. So knees together, ankles together, and our hands are under our shoulders. Take a breath in through your nose, and then as you exhale, do your tight pair of jeans up once again. We'll move to a fire hydrant here. So you're going to bring that right knee out wide and back down. Keep going like that. Remember, with your fire hydrant, everyone, the knee is going directly out to the side. A little bit back is okay, but mainly out to the side. We're going to keep pressing evenly into the hands to make sure that our weight is even, or to the center, as much to the center as possible. And let's add on here. We're going to go one little extension out to the side, and then one fire hydrant. So it's almost like a kick. You're extending the knee, bringing it together, and then back to your fire hydrant. We'll take a few more like this. Keep that breath coming. Make sure you're not holding your breath. I'm sure you can already feel it through that leg. Let's go for the last 5 here. So only 5 to go. You guys have got this. Last 3, last 2, and finish your last one off. You're going to bring the knees together, take a moment. Shimmy the hips, let that all go, and then you're going to bring your left forearm parallel to the front of the mat, and you're going to come onto the right fingertips, okay? Extend your right leg all the way back. So I want you to roll, really roll that right hip on top of left, almost like you're in a side plank here. Now inhale for the extension, and then as you exhale, can you bring that knee all the way to touch your tricep? I think you can. Keep going. Inhale, extend. Exhale, touch your tricep. Easy. You guys have got this. Let's go for the last 5 like this, and then we're going to add on. Last 3, last 2, and then extending the leg back. We'll all meet there after this final one. Pause. So level 1, you're going to do the exact same thing. Level 2, I have something for you. You're going to tap your foot forward, and then bring it back all the way to its first position. Big tap, bring it back. Now that's strong. I'm feeling it. I'm sure you are too. When you're bringing that foot back, I want you to have that big sweeping motion. Squeeze through the glutes, yeah? Let's go for 5 more like that. Whatever you're doing is perfect. Last 3. You guys have got that. I'm feeling it. Let's go for 2. And keep it up high. 1. I know I'm being a little cheeky now. Everybody, bring your foot out in front of you. Long leg, yeah? And that's a nice stretch as well, but we're not going to stay here. So let's gather our breath. And then as you exhale, we're going to lift this leg up straight to the sky. We're going to hold 3 breaths. You've got this. I'm shaking. Let's hold for 2 more breaths. Full inhale. Stay for the exhale. Last 1. Keep the spine long. And release. Child's pose. Knees wide, toes together. Let's take a few breaths here to rest in between sides. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck muscles. Let's go to a downward dog for a moment to stretch through the hamstrings and the backs of the legs. I'll give you guys a decent stretch through the lower body after this. Catch your breath here. Maybe coming to stillness. And we will move on to our other side, hands and knees. So remember, we're starting with the knees together and the feet together. Fire hydrant, so left leg this time, you're going to extend the left leg straight out to the side and back down. Good. I'm sure we all know why it's called fire hydrant. It's like a dog doing a wee on a fire hydrant. It's a funny name. Let's go for a few more here. And I want you to keep taking that leg straight up and out. Looking good. We've got a few more here to match our other side. I want to keep us as even as possible. Last 3. We're going to add in that extension. Let's go. 1 extension and then 1 fire hydrant. Keep going. This is strong. I know you're feeling it. Home stretch. Remember, when you're extending the leg, I want you guys to really go for it. Extend through the knee. Remember, we're about long limbs here in mat Pilates. Let's go for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Stay with me. And last 1. I sped through that one. Breathe in. Breathe out. So we're catching the breath now. Shimmy the hips, anything you need to, just to kind of let that out of your body. And then right forearm to the floor, parallel to the front of the mat. You're on the left fingertips, and then we're going to bring that left leg straight back behind us. So remembering here that that left hip is on top of the right. And if you were to lift up your arm, you would be in a side plank. Left knee, left tricep, bring it in. Contraction, inhale, extend. So a bit of a theme, right? So you're contracting and expanding in each exercise. Keep going. Remember, the higher you get that knee, the stronger it'll be through that side glute. We've got about 5 more here. If you can keep this consistent pace, excellent. If you need to go slow, if you need to pause the video and have a little break at any time, do it. We're listening to our bodies here. We're gonna go for 3 more. 2. Now last one, hold. Same thing, remember level 1, knee to tricep. Level 2, straight leg. Ooh, and a big sweeping motion up and high, yeah? So it's kind of like a half rainbow shape. Little tap out in front of you and a big sweeping motion out wide. Now it's important here not to hold your breath, so make sure you're inhaling, giving the body the oxygen it needs. We're gonna go for the last 4. You guys have got this, stay strong with me. 3, and then the higher the leg, the better. 2, and 1, hold it. Left foot out in front of you, okay? Let's power up. Inhale here, exhale, lift the left leg as high as you can. We're gonna go for 3 breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale. 2 more, you've got this. Inhale, exhale. Last one, a little higher. Stay for the exhale, I'm shaking, and release. Knees wide, toes together. Give yourself a few breaths here. Downward dog. Lift through the hips and just pedal out those legs, stretch through the hamstrings and the glutes. And then we're gonna go back to all 4s. Right leg, inhale it back and up. So we did this before in our warm up. Exhale, knee to chest. You're gonna step forwards if you can, next to your right hand. Now all we're gonna do is find a little sink into it and a release. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want you to get a stretch that is good for your body through the back of the leg. A little bit of recovery before we move on. Last one, sinking into it. That front leg back, please. Quadruped, and then other side, left leg. You can get a little bit of height, maybe a baby back bend, just a tiny one. Knee to chest, step through. Dropping the hips. It's quite light, you're just easing in and out of it. Again, this one should just feel good. I want you to listen and become more attuned to what your body needs in these moments of rest. Okay, last one. Little different this side. You're going to step your back foot in and come onto a seat. So however you get there, and we're going to extend our legs forwards. Legs extended forwards. We're going to reach our arms forwards, and I want you again, think of that C shape we did earlier in the class. So I want you to C shape forwards to your toes. Inhale. And as you exhale, draw your belly in. You're going to roll all the way down onto your back. Now, use a bit of momentum. I want you to sit up really quickly and see if you can touch your feet. Perfect. Good. If the momentum worked for you, you can stay with it. If you'd like to slow it down a little bit, slow it down. As you're doing that, guys, I want you to press your thighs inwards towards one another. You need something to anchor this. Drawing the belly in, slowly roll down. One more. Sequentially, belly goes first, and we'll come to lying down onto our backs. Arms by our side, bend up your knees, soles of the feet onto the floor. Our last exercise here, and then we have a little stretch. Interlace your hands behind your head, and then I'm going to get you guys to lift up, crunch up, so it's just that top part of your spine off the floor. Now rest the weight of your head into your hands, keep your elbows wide, and then I want there to be space between your chin and collarbone at all times. Bring your attention to your rib points, and I want you to think about those points moving towards your hips. So it's really tiny. Up and squeeze and release. This is like a mini crunch. A little bit different in that I want there to be a sense of ease through your neck and your shoulders. And it's really about those rib points moving towards the pelvis. You're feeling that contraction here. Let's go for the last 4, 3, 2, and little pulses up. You can see I'm not pulling on my head. It's really my abs here. Keep resting your head into your hands. We'll go for 6, 5, 4, it's easy, 3, 2, and 1. Release, take a big breath in. So like we started class, we did our leg circles, arms out wide, palms facing down. This is it. Now I want you guys to imprint the spine onto the mat. Again, point your toes up to the sky, and then we're going to just lower halfway, not all the way, and then back up. It's quite small. Inhale, exhale. Do anything with your feet that feels good. I'm going to keep mine pointed. All right, you're going to lower halfway down this time. Circle them out wide, and then they'll meet at the top. And again, big little circles. Good, keep extending through the thighs, and we're not making them too big. You can see I get to the point where my spine wants to lift up the floor, up off the floor, but I don't go any further than that. This is it, guys. Connect to breath, just 2 more. And then we're gonna lower, hold. We're gonna crisscross the ankles. Maybe you'll crunch up, reaching forwards, crisscross. See how high I am? I'm not low at all. We'll go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest, feet to the floor. Let's lift up our hips for a yoga bridge pose. So I want you to feel more of a stretch through your belly. Take a few breaths here. You'll lower down onto your back, hugging your right knee into your chest to give yourself a cuddle. And we're going to extend that right leg up to the sky, grabbing the calf, gently pulse that leg towards the chest. Right ankle over your left knee for a figure 4 stretch. You're going to reach through for the left hamstring or the left shin. Just gently pulling that back towards your chest. And closing the eyes here if that feels good. You're just letting the body come back down. Let the mind come back down. After all of that hard work, you've done very well today. And we'll switch it over to the other side. Left leg up. A few little pulses here, back down to yourself. Again, we're moving into this part of class where we're just being nice to ourselves. We're calming down, feeling good about doing all of that wonderful good work. Grab your hamstring or your shin, gently pull that leg structure back towards your chest. And hugging your knees into your chest, big cuddle here. Last little thing, rolling like a ball, up and down the length of your spine. Remember, you're hovering your toes off the mat. Have a bit of fun with it. And then we'll hover at the top, crossing the legs. Inhale, reaching your hands out wide and up, looking up. And as you exhale, palms together at your chest, thumbs touch your sternum. We're going to close this class off with 1 cleansing breath. So inhale, gather up anything you don't need. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Cracking the eyes open. That is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me for class, and I'll see you again soon.